doing a short video. I just want to talk about narcissism and how it's destructive towards regular people's lives for the most part. I'm about to leave a property right now that my landlord has been crossing all kinds of boundaries the whole time that I was renting. Just coming in, showing property because he wants to sell the property. He just bought the property like 3 years ago, not even, and he has it already on the market. There was a potential buyer and all that, and I just feel like I'm like this person's assistant in selling his property. Like, I don't think he's contacting any other tenants and bothering them constantly with a barrage of text messaging and stuff like that, and interruptions. So, today there was another, I have to come in today. Some days he will not give me notice, which actually in the contract says that he's supposed to give me 24-hour notice before anyone appears to the property and goes in the property. But no, of course not. He texted me early this morning to alert me of someone coming around out of the afternoon. And I can't really dispute that or do anything about it because the person does have leverage over me, which is my deposit money. And that's it. That's they have leverage over you, these landlords. So landlords can use their power whatever way they see fit. And this one just, the whole time I was there, at least a dozen times where there was people coming in and out, doing all kinds of updates and renovations, and it wasn't even good. It's not even good renovations or updates. Can you go to the lane? Wow. This person in front of me is drifting off into the lane, is not moving their ass to get into the lane they're supposed to be in. Excuse me. This is just, everything is frustrating and angering to me right now. So I'm sorry if I, get snappy, but I look at all these new condos. They're building so many condos right here where I am. It's very nice here by the ocean. It's beautiful. But, I can't afford a condo, high-rise condo, or whatever. It's just like, I got really screwed by my ex during the divorce and all that, and I'm completely broke. I don't have much. I don't know how I'm going to survive even to pay minimal rents, one bedroom rents. I can't even afford one bedroom really at this point in time. But, so, and these new developments here, they're going to be way more out of my budget to afford. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to get excited about it. They look nice. They look nice to the eye, but I know I'm not going to be able to afford that. So, all that means is that more of the lower income people are going to be more strapped for cash and have to work 2 jobs. They're already working 2 jobs, but 3 jobs. And also being in a predicament like now with losing jobs and having to take more essential lower wage jobs for a lot of middle income families. Actually, they've been downgraded to the lower class, where the working class, and this is a whole catastrophe here in the United States. That it's all planned because we rely heavily on capitalism, and the rich are getting richer. The landlord just made more money off of me because he charged me more rent during the crisis, like months ago when this crisis first started and everyone was getting laid off and fired. He decided he wanted to raise my rent, and it's like, what are you gonna do about it, right? And I never pay my rent late. It's not even allowed in the contract. Like, you can't even be late. If you're late like one day, it's $75 charge. So you might as well be on time if you have the money. And so far, I'm in good standing. That's the only good thing that's going for me, is that, you know, I'm in good standing with the landlord. But like I said, this comes at a price, because I have to allow him to walk all over me and just come into the property whenever he wants. No one else is allowing this. I must be the only tenant. I really don't see anybody else dealing with this. And so, you know, he knows he can get away with crossing boundaries and getting what he wants done with me. So he's happy with me, and he's just like overly friendly with me. And I'm like, listen, I'm always like this close to telling the guy off, but I'm just like, I can't do that, because he has this leverage over me, and I can't, you know, I always think I have to think ahead. But this is how I work in any relationships in life. And it's just, it's taking its toll on me, because I'm not getting anything out of anything. Like, the stimulus thing now, I mean, they're playing games. I voted for Biden, and I really feel bad about what I've done, because really I should have voted for nobody, because I wasn't going to vote for Trump again. Absolutely not. But, you know, Biden is just continuing on the worst situation for everyone in the country. It's like now our stimulus is getting more asterisks next to it. Like, some people won't get it this time, and, you know, we gotta wait for the second, third wave, and it could take weeks. Now we're seeing people make money off of these videos that they're discussing the stimulus every day or twice a day, and it's like they got 1 million views or whatever, close to 1 million views. So these people are the ones making the money off of the tragedy and the backs of everybody else. So I haven't gotten anything, and I need that money to move out of there. I have to give notice. I don't just walk out on people. I have values of my own and ethics, where I'm not going to just skip out on a landlord, even if I don't like them and I don't agree with the way they do things. I like to keep my integrity intact, and it makes me feel better about myself, because I'm more like an empathy based person, where I get pleasure out of helping others. So, and that gives you an idea of what type of people there are. Like, there's people like me that have the empathy based mentality, and then we got the narcissists that have zero at all empathy, and they're just like based off of survival. I don't know, like a dog type of a mentality. And then we got normal people. I don't know what that's like. Because like I said, I grew up being dominated by a narcissist and psychopath. So I adapted the way that I am, because I have to accommodate these type of authoritarian figures. And that's how I became the way I am. And that's why I'm always getting fucked over and used. And they love me, because I'm able to be stepped over, and, you know, they make the maximum profit. I'm always helping everyone else to have more. I don't know how to explain this, but that's what it looks like to me, because of all my relationships. I kind of analyzed, and I just came to this conclusion where it's like, I'm the assistant to these authoritarian people, and that's basically how I am. That's how I am at work. That's how I am with relationships, and that's how I am. That's who I am. So I don't want to change necessarily, but it's at my detriment to be this way. I don't want to be this way. I didn't choose this, but it is who I am. So I have to make it work towards my advantage, though, because this is just I I keep being at a loss. Like, everyone gains and I lose. And I just want to know why things can't be in the middle. Because, but then again, that's how normal, I guess, healthy families and people work. They work more towards the middle and neutral, and I've never seen that. Like, I wasn't raised around it. So I don't know what that world's like. It's like we're living in different worlds, we got like the disordered world, and then we got the healthy world. I don't know if that makes sense. But, coming to terms with that is not easy. How do I make this work? How do I make this kind of personality I have work for me? I'm not sure. But that's where I'm having my issues right now. Thinking about how can I benefit from this when just in every situation with the mechanic, with my family, with my husband, they're all the same. Like, I come to the same conclusion on how I am, why things happen to me. Just, it kind of depresses me a bit. Does anyone know how I can make this work somehow for me? Because I am suffering with this, attracting people like this that just push my limits and see how far I can go. It's like a game to them. And I just feel like I'm in this weird obstacle course of life. And this is a joke. Like, people just throw things in front of me to see how I navigate around it or make it work for myself. And I'm just tired of it. Like, physically tired and mentally tired, because I know it's not just one person. It's me that's attracting those people. And it's everywhere. It could be in renting an apartment or buying a car. It could be everything. Working in a job, I always end up in the same position. Like underneath people, and I really come to that realization, but I don't know how to fix it. I have an abundance of emotion where it's hard for me to regulate, but these emotions are different than a narcissist emotion. A narcissist emotions are like governed by bad emotion, negative emotion. My emotions are more governed with sadness and longing, I guess. Longing for connection. Can you please, this guy, go ahead farther? It just never stops. There's a motorcycle in front of me, and he's at least 3 cars away from the car in front of me. Slow as hell. He's just slowly riding and doesn't want to move. I don't know. So anyway, this is what happens, okay? This is what happens. And I can't even warn anybody to avoid this, because I didn't choose to be born to narcissistic parents, malignant, narcissistic, evil parents. And then my adaptation to dealing with them is this, where I am just overly compensating for their lack. And, just over exerting myself to help people that cannot be helped, and just using all my energy up to their advantage so they could prop themselves up while I just let them do it. I let them do it. And yet it's in my nature to do this. So, do you know why a deer, does a deer ask to be a deer? Does these are all innate roles, I think, that we have. So my goal is really not to change myself, but to adapt some way in a way that I can protect myself from these people, from them completely draining me from life itself. That's my biggest obstacle right now. And why do I have this on? To figure out how to navigate this realization of who I am. I've tried to adopt the mentality of the narcissist, and I can't do it. Like, I can't follow through. Like, I'll feel a certain way. I'll feel some of the power that they possess over me. Then I don't follow through, and I don't. It doesn't fit me. It's not who I am. It's not genuine. So, it doesn't. It always fails somehow. So that's why I'm always in a position where I'm like a worker. I work so hard, and I'm tired. Most of the time, because like I said, I drain my energy. These people drain my energy, and they come from everywhere and all corners to get me. Like, they know who to target instinctively, which is real. But the truth, like, an animal has instincts. We're animals. That's what we do. We have to survive somehow, some way. But those people adapted in a way of survival over others, and I don't know why I don't have that in me. I wish I had something like that in me to protect myself. But like I said, my personality evolved the way it is because of